Federal prosecutors say the Los Angeles Angels former communications director searched for narcotic pills on apps like OfferUp to give to players, including pitcher Tyler Skaggs. Good evening, everyone. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Skaggs died of an overdose on an Angels road trip to Texas in 2019. His body found in his South Lake hotel room. Opening statements for Eric K's long-delayed trial started today. Prosecutors said he'd be the only one to give Skaggs oxycodone pills laced with fentanyl and said he was one of the last people to see Skaggs alive. K's attorneys didn't deny he gave Skaggs drugs, but opened the door to the possibility that someone else may have as well. Fox 4's MACY Jenkins was in the federal court today in Fort Worth. She's live with our story tonight. MACY.
Hi, Heather and Steve. Well, the federal criminal trial for Eric K began right here this afternoon in Fort Worth in a federal courtroom. We heard from both the prosecution and the defense. They both presented their opening arguments. The prosecutors arguing that it was K that gave Skaggs the fentanyl that killed him before he was found dead inside of his South Lake hotel room. Fox 4 captured Eric Prescott K as he left the federal courthouse Tuesday afternoon, day one of his criminal trial.
You guys know I can't. All right.
He faces 2 federal drug charges, including distribution of a controlled substance, ending with the July 1st, 2019 death of Los Angeles Angels pitcher Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs was found dead in his South Lake hotel room the day after the team had traveled from California to North Texas to play the Texas Rangers. 47-year-old K is a long-term member of the Angels, who in 2019 had recently been promoted as the team's communication manager. The prosecution claims that K had been Skaggs' drug dealer for 2 years and was the only person who could have given him the drugs that killed him. In their opening statements, the prosecution focused on 2 points. 1, that Skaggs died from a fentanyl overdose, and 2, Eric K provided Skaggs with fentanyl-laced oxycodone that killed him.
Looking forward to the jury hearing evidence.
The defense declined to comment further Tuesday afternoon, but in the courtroom, they argued that Skaggs and K were both drug addicts and close friends trying to keep their drug use a secret. They claim K never gave Skaggs any pills while they were in Texas, and there's no way of proving that K was Skaggs' sole drug dealer. I spoke briefly to former Dallas County prosecutor Russell Wilson.
Well, these cases are always challenging because it is true that oftentimes a drug user will have multiple sources of their supply.
The prosecution presented a text message from Skaggs asking K to come to his hotel room with pills on the night of June 30th. K said okay. The defense admits K went to Skaggs' room and saw him snorting drugs, but didn't provide any drugs that night, didn't participate, and quickly left the room to go to bed.
It's rare that individuals are prosecuted in drug deaths because it's difficult oftentimes to establish exactly who provided the lethal drugs.
K's lawyers also admit that K did in fact give Skaggs 2 blue oxycodone pills right before they traveled to Texas. But they say K took 2 of the same pills after Skaggs died and, quote, didn't feel anything. A single blue oxycodone pill was found in Skaggs' hotel room. Lab results showed it was laced with fentanyl.
Fentanyl is treated very seriously under the federal sentencing guidelines. So he's still looking at a very stiff and serious prison sentence if he's convicted of any of these offenses.
Now, the prosecution presented its first witness today, a Dodgers pitcher and former Angels player, Andrew Heaney. He went through the entire timeline of that day leading up to the discovery of Skaggs' body. He talked about the bus ride, the plane ride over to Texas, and then the moments leading up to when that body was discovered by authorities. Tomorrow, the defense will get a chance to question Heaney when court resumes at 9:30 a.m.